Hey, this is Uncle Joe with Uncle Joe Hikes. We're at Warwoman Dell. We're going to head down the Bartram Trail, I guess south, and summit Rainey Mountain. There's a place called Big Rock up there. And I missed the turn to that when I did this section of the Bartram. And come to find out, I guess it wasn't marked well, and a marker had gotten torn down maybe. I'm not sure, but supposedly they got markers for the turnoff now. And as I recall, when I passed it before, it was just like, oh, I've got other things I'm doing. I'm just not going to worry about it. I don't know that the views are very good. With the leaves down, we might get lucky, though. So anyway, short hike, about 4 miles round trip. So not much, really, but there's a chance to get out and catch something I haven't seen before. So here we go. So yeah, it's the old railroad bed, a Blue Ridge Railroad. We're going to make our way up. We are 14 miles from the summit of Raven, 15 from Warwoman Ford. So there you are. We're not going that far. So this section of the trail, a lot of side slope and rhododendrons. So you can still hear traffic back behind me there. Yeah, looks like they had some blow down here. I'm climbing a little bit here, so I'm a little winded. Kind of the start of the hike. Breathing where you your body's kind of protesting a little bit. One of the rhododendron back there is giving way to some laurels. So there is still some here. A little bit of a mix here. We work our way up to this ridge. There's a group down there at the parking lot working on the approach up to the road where the Bartram crosses over. There's a series of zigzags there and starting to get a little eroded. And so they're armoring that. Talked to one of the guys and he said that they've actually been out here since like last Monday. So doing lots of work. We appreciate it. I let them know that. It's a group, Southeastern Conservation Corps, maybe. I'll try to look that up. Yeah, doing some work. We appreciate it. I'm sure the folks in the Bartram Trail Association are familiar with them and what they're doing too. So good to see some work done. I guess this time of year maybe is a good time for it too, because things are down where you can see. So. But yeah, anyway, we're still meandering our way up and around these tongues here and side slope and trying to make our way up to the top of this ridge. And we got another little vegetation tunnel. This is a little bit more tunnel-y, if that's a word. A lot more open back here on the south end to make our approach here to the ridge top. Little saddle. All right, here's our ridge. Big tree come down right there. Wow. Rainey's one of those little humps over there and it overlooks a little valley. You can just make out a pond down there. We'll see what our view is when we get over there. That's a big root ball right there. That's probably 8 foot tall, and at the widest point here, probably 12 foot wide. And big fella right yonder. Big fella right yonder. Wow. All right, we'll traverse this ridge a little while. I think we work our way down to another saddle. A little bit lower than this one, maybe. I don't know. You can really see the little pond or swimming hole down there. We'll make our way up a little bit here. I had completely forgotten about this little chicane here. I guess that really wasn't a chicane. I thought it was going to turn again right there, but that was just a runoff. But still, I'd kind of forgotten about this little section. Last time I came through here, I think the leaves were down. I'll have to look at the date on that video, but I remember it got really cold that night, and I couldn't sleep for some reason. I wasn't cold, I was warm, I was in my hammock. I just could not fall asleep. About 3:30 in the morning, I said, well, if I can't sleep, I might as well be hiking. I started my return trip about 3:30, and it got really cold then. But hiked with my headlamp till the sun came up, made me a little breakfast, finished on out. So that was a good hike, actually, I think. Give me a chance to hike in the dark, which I don't do a whole lot of, at least not on purpose. Well, we're here at the gap, and I think, see, we just came down from there. I think that may be where the private trail comes in, because I do believe there is a private trail. And this is an old road bed here. Yeah, Green Gap. Warwoman Dell 1.3. So that's all we've come yet. Good bit of climbing though, that was nice. If you can't do a long hike, do something with some climbing, I say. But yeah, little marker here. We'll cross this saddle and work our way up to the top of Rainey here. But thankfully ain't rainy. So right around the corner from there, we split off of this forest road. Double track, make our way up. Got our blaze here, so we're good. Yeah, we see some more work from those guys. There's some back there too. This one, they armored up pretty good, so it's good to see. Up, up, up. Big pine tree coming down there. Good sized fella. Hopefully not today. Got a lot of pine trees right here. It's nice. A good mix of pine straw and leaves. Makes the trail kind of soft. We're getting real close to this turnoff. I don't remember if I saw it and just kept going or if I wasn't sure about it when I did see it. Supposedly it's marked much better now. Well, here we are. Somebody had said there was a 10 there, like a buffalo. That one got a head cut off. But they said there were red blazes here now, and they're right. So we're going to lead to Bartram for just a few minutes. Work our way up. Well, here's your summit. There are two rocks. I don't know if this is Big Rock. I don't believe it is. I think there's a rock on the face that we need to go find. Well, we've lollygagged all we can. We need to make our way down this front of this slope here. Find that rock. If you look off through there, you might not be able to see it, but there's a nest. Oh, there's a big nest. I don't know if that's a hawk or something, or maybe a squirrel. It'd be awfully big for a squirrel, but I guess it's possible. All right, we'll walk over and have a look, see. There should be some kind of path beat out, because this rock is fairly popular. for people to hike to. We can see right here. Let's get around here. Looks like the trail beats out right there. So see if we can make heads or tails of where this might go. Maybe here. Looks a little bit beat out right here, don't it? Which takes us over here under our nest. Now that nest is not as big as it looked from back there. If that's it, I think that's it. I don't know. Anyway, see if we can figure out where this rock is. Supposed to be a big one. Man, that's starting to... Yeah, I can see one of our buffalo tags down there on a tree. That'd be a sign. The fact that we're descending so much is another sign, right? Sign you're gonna be climbing. Yeah, this steep slope, you got to look for some roots that you can support your feet with. Well, here it gets a little strange because that looks beat out, and this looks beat out. This looks a little more beat out, but we do have a tree down over here. Looking at the map and the GPS I'm following, it looks like we go this way. But boy, there sure is some blowdown over here. So we just had to come down all that and kind of traversing our way over. See if we can pick our way. Well, we made it. There's a little pond we could see from up yonder. I think we were in that saddle there, maybe over here. And I believe that's where my niece Jennifer and her husband Chad were married. If you see that far building, I believe that's the building they were married in. And I believed also that there's another trail that comes up from down there. That was I think like a Boy Scouts used to use that camp a lot or something. Somebody keep me honest. I'm sure Chad or Christopher can, my nephews. So they've been up here as I recall. Last time when I didn't summit this and didn't come down to this rock, they made some comments to me about it, being familiar with Rainey Mountain. Judging by these pitons here that are beaten into the cliff, this must be a popular either rappelling or climbing rock. I can't see the face, of course, and some of these trees have come down too, which may bugger a lot of that up. But this looks like a route right here because you got your pitons beaten in, and they probably throw a rope over that and top rope it, or maybe they just sail over the top of it, Australian style. I don't understand that type of rappelling, but anyway, some people do. But yeah, this is a great little lookout spot. This goes down in the valley, and then there's a highway that goes back to Clayton that way. And when we go back, we're going to head back over that ridge and down to Warwoman Dell. So, yeah, we'll sit here for a few minutes and enjoy the scenery as the sun beats in your eyes. Sorry about that. Yeah, good little perch. So as you approach the rock, you'll see those ropes, which come in handy. All right, we're back at the Bartram. Make our way north. Get back to Old Gobi. Had a little bit of a workout getting down to the rock and then back up. I've been fighting a little bit of pain in my left hip. Every once in a while it kind of gives me a little sting like, hey, don't do that. Right now it's calmed down, so maybe 2 1/4, 2.5 miles is what it took to work it out. I don't know. Anyway, we gotta keep rolling. All right, we're back at Green Gap. Just shy of 1.5 miles back, but it means going up this hill, over across to that other saddle, and then descending down to Old Gobi. Up, up, up. All right, we're leaving the ridge top here. Last view of Rainey. We drop onto the north side of this slope. Make our way down to Warwoman Dell. Making our way down and back to our little rock here where I had stopped earlier. Changed out my battery in the GoPro. There are about, I think, 3 of these little boardwalks. There's one I'm going to cross here in a bit with, I think, some side rails on it. And it looks like the Boy Scouts had built back in '05. So that's been a long time. But yeah, good to see. Big monolith there. Well, we can hear the cars. Actually see them through the trees there. Getting close. Little pavilion. We'll walk over here. Got a informational kiosk over here. That's pretty nice. Little fire pit. You can grill with. That'd be kind of cool. There's the story of the Warwoman Dell. Warwoman was a beloved Cherokee dignitary who voiced the decision of the council on war and peace. These pretty women had the power to decide the fate of captives. Legend states that each spring this woman visited the dell to preside over rituals. And a woman you don't want to tick off, I'm just saying. Well, a nice picnic area. I mean, it's fallen a little bit into disarray, I guess, but could use some reconditioning. It's a lovely area. Really cool. You're standing in the Warwoman Shear created millions of years ago when parts of the Earth's crust slid against each other during the formation of the Appalachian Mountains. This fault zone, as seen on this map, extends to the Chattooga River west through Clayton across Lake Burton and southward near Helen. There you are. Now you know. Got Tallulah Falls, got the Dell, Helen. A nice area. A good stop and rest spot if you're through hiking the Bartram, or even just doing like the Georgia. I highly recommend you do the Georgia section. It's 34 roughly, and you're never really as remote as you think you are, but it's still a nice trail if you don't want a lot of people and you're not really wanting to be out where a lot of people are. That's a good trail. Probably only run into just a handful of hikers a whole route. So, but yeah, just get in a truck. There's old Goby. Hopefully nobody broke in, and got my pack of big boy chew. Yeah, mouthful of that bubble gum, pretend like you're chewing tobacco. Alright, Rainey Mountain, Big Rock via the Bartram done. It's a good hike. Not very far. And there's some climbing getting up there. I'll put the steps below. It's supposed to have been a 4 mile if you go by all trails, but GPS isn't always perfect, I guess. But that's probably pretty close. 4. I bet I'm going to have close to 5 in steps because you do a lot of climbing going up, getting up to that ridge. And you got to go down to Big Rock and then back up, so that's a lot of climbing too. It's not very far, but it's climbing. So anyway, we're going to get out of here. Get us a little snack. I don't know, maybe some lunch, we'll see. And kind of meander our way back home probably. Just see some things. Haven't been up here in a little while, so it'd be nice to take my time getting home. Getting done early like this really helps. So, all right, let's get after it. Get on back.